What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Millsy, back with a Millsy Brews Deck Tech. Today we brewed Esper Enchantments. If that's interested in something, if that's something you want to see the entire brew, it's going to be linked down in the description to the entire video of watching me brew the deck. But this episode is just the deck tech, so this is just the idea of the deck and what we're trying to do. Esper Eternal Schemer says that enchantment creatures we control have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. And for 1 and a white, we can make a non-aura enchantment we control a creature in addition to its other types. Its base power and toughness equal to its mana value. So the whole goal of this deck is enchantments. As many enchantment creatures as we can, getting value from our enchantments, making some tokens as a sub-theme because Esper is very good at doing that and pushing advantage. Death Touch and Lifelink is something that is very beneficial, especially on both small and big creatures. We're playing a couple of the Theros Gods, which are indestructible, which makes that Death Touch and Lifelink even better. We're playing some small life game sub-themes. We're playing one half of our infamous enchantment infinite combo in Sanguine Bond, which is going to help us deal some extra damage when we gain life. Otherwise, we're going to gain life. We're playing a couple of slowdown pieces for our opponents in Blind Obedience and Authority of the Consuls. The cool part about playing enchantments and enchantment strategies is we get to play lots of enchant removal and things like Darksteel Mutation, Imprisoned in the Moon, Oubliette, one of the best pieces of removal in enchantments because when put on your opponent's commanders can be kind of a mess to deal with, as that will phase out and cannot go back in to the command zone that way. We've got a couple copy enchantments like Mirror Maid, Astrid's Invocation, and Copy Enchantment to copy some of our best enchantments. But I think the big haymakers we're looking for, Hallowed Haunting is going to create a ton of spirit tokens, hopefully. But once we have 7 or more enchantments, gives all of our creatures flying and vigilance, which is going to help us push through the win. Shark Typhoon, hopefully we can get this down early and start making a bunch of flying sharks, and then Sigil of the Empty Throat. Whenever we cast an enchantment spell, we get 4/4 angels. These are some of those enchantments that are going to work really well and start beating down our opponents. One of our finishers is Starfield of Nyx, coming down and making each other non-aura enchantment you control a creature in addition to its other types. Can be a little bit of a trap, especially when it comes to board wipes. We're playing things like Teferi's Protection and Flawless Maneuver and Fierce Guardianship, hopefully to block out those from happening and keeping our creatures alive. As far as enchantment creatures go, we're playing a lot of fun stuff. Grim Guardian and Doomwake Giant make up some of our big hitters. Whenever enchantments come in, Doomwake Giant gives all our opponents' creatures -1/-1, whereas Grim Guardian takes a life away from all of our opponents. These two are going to be really good on those turns where we just dump a ton of things in and are going to allow us to hit through for some really good stuff. Archons of Sungrace is going to make tokens. Alayla is going to make tokens when we play our enchantments and artifacts. Zur the Enchanter is going to go get us mana value 3 or less enchantments from our deck when it attacks. This can go get things like All That Glitters and Ethereal Armor if we got the board stacked up. Or it can go get those removal pieces. It can get things like Ghostly Prison or Michiko's Reign of Truth to pump things on our board. Or a myriad of other things. So Zur the Enchanter is great because it's going to help us out. Sten is going to reduce the cost of our enchantments. Sakashima is going to come down and copy something. It can even copy another legendary creature like Zur the Enchanter if we want to get double those triggers or anything else. Runetail hopefully is going to flip and allow it to prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures we control. That's going to be great to protect all of the things we have from damage board wipes. Protean Thaumaturge is going to copy other creatures we control, preferably things like Mesa Enchantress or our Constellation cards we talked before. One of my favorite creatures in this deck to test out is going to be Catilda. On its front side, it's going to become a Star, where star is the number of spirits or enchantments we have, but on the back side, it's going to give that same buff to another creature. This is going to pair really well with Hallowed Haunting as well as the number of enchantments we're going to have. We're playing the pair of Heliod's. Heliod's Sun Crown is going to gain us some life. Since we're going to be gaining life with this, it's going to be putting counters on things. And then Helia, God of the Sun, is going to give all our creatures vigilance and allows us to make enchantment tokens for mana. This is going to pop off with the rest of our constellation abilities and help us out in that sense. Pretty standard tutor package. We want to get those enchantments to when we need them. Just like every other one of my Mailsy Brews episodes, I have a maybe board here to the side. These were cards that I considered and decided to cut because I wasn't quite sure if they fit in the deck. My hope for you is that you'll take this list, try it out, make it your own, whether you use what I want to use or you find other cards. Hopefully Zur is something that interests you. Let me know down in the comments, what cards did I miss? What card do you think fits the deck even better? Remember that all of these Mailsy Brews videos are my shot one time to build these decks. I'm not doing weeks of research. I'm not reading Reddit. I'm sitting down with EDH Rec in my head and Scryfall and building these decks. I'm going to miss cards, but I have a really fun time in the comments chatting with you guys about what cards I missed. Otherwise, link's going to be down in the description to the deck. Please use the list, enjoy it, and I will catch you next time.